Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of TFP or the Forgotten Podcast. Today we are on episode 16 after 5 long and tedious months of inactivity on the channel. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Today we are joined by, of course, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Awesome Possum, Curious Hippo 123. Say hello, Joseph. Was that it? Just Joseph recently got involved in a car accident, so we might not be hearing much of him today. We've also, of course, got this. You've had your moment. All right, shut up. All right, we've also, of course, got the wonderful and amazing man himself, the gorgeous man of wisdom, the Caesar of our. I don't know where I'm going with this, but the man himself, though, Mr. Zebrus. Yeah, Mr. Zebrus. How you doing, my man?
Hello. I'm doing good.
It's a pleasure to have you, my man. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce Zebrus as the fourth new host of TFP, or the Forgotten Podcast, of course. Z has came on and joined us. We've been planning this out for a little while. We've spoken whatnot with all of us, me and Joseph and Bradley. And just for clarification, before we even really get into this episode, I feel like all of us, can obviously agree here. We just want to kind of, address the elephant in the room, or the spud in the room, as I should say. Bradley has not been kicked off the... the spud not in the room, exactly. So just to clarify, Brad is still a part of the podcast 100%. He's just not here today. Brad's actually working currently, and he's also been a lot of, in real life stuff having going on. He's what?
We don't know when we're gonna have him back, but
he
gets back safely and doesn't hurt too anymore.
Yeah, he's in some village in Kenya. The last we heard from him, and we don't know what's happening. He just told us he's doing something that involves some Colombians, but he's in Kenya. I don't really know the full story, but he'll hopefully be a part of the next episode. But if he isn't, guys, he gives you his best condolences, and he just wants us all to pray for him and hope that he gets back safe and sound from Kenya. But yeah, so again, it's something in Africa. We didn't understand. None of us speak African, sadly, but maybe you guys do, and we'll find it later on. But yeah, so welcome back though to TFP. Again, this is episode 16, and again, man, I guess we should kind of just mainly begin with, again, the fact that it's been 5 long months since the previous episode. Now, me and Joseph and Brad have all spoken about it for a little while. We've kind of been meaning to get new episodes recorded, and we've just been really busy with our own in real life stuff. Joseph's had his own stuff going on. Like I mentioned before, the car accident. Brad's in Kenya, and I personally I'm actually in prison currently. So yeah, we've actually had to get Z in here. Yeah, I'm in the hospital. I'm in prison at the same time. Of course, half of me's there. But yeah, so I know it's great to have Z here. Z's again the new host of the podcast, one of the four, of course, the four amigos. And today we're going to be mainly speaking about obviously YouTube's change to their terms of service, the recent changes to their YouTube terms of service. If you're a YouTuber or anybody who has an account on YouTube, you probably got an email via your actual YouTube account email address regarding this changes to YouTube's terms of service. And if you haven't already read it, we're going to be going over it today and discussing what it all changes, and probably one of the biggest and most controversial things within it that I think will be an interesting kind of beginning, discussion topic for all of us to speak about, because it affects a lot of small content creators. And if you're somebody like us who is a smaller upcoming content creator, this will definitely affect you. So I think you'll be quite interested to hear what they've been doing.
Before we continue, may I just butt in and quickly say, if the audio in any way for Joe is a little bit worse than usual, he is recording on a phone. I don't know if you didn't want me to bring this up, but it is kind of funny, so I'm going to say it anyway. So yeah, if mine and Z's audio sounds infinitely better, it's because we are, and also he's recording on his phone. So.
Because we are, so I kind of got the short end of the straw, as per usual. We tried recording this via Discord on my computer with my proper microphone, but Z and Joseph just bullied me. They just cracked jokes at my expense, just bullied me. You guys called me furry. Yeah, Joseph called me a furry.
No, that's what. Yeah, I was gonna say.
You're sending photos of that furry movie, like the one with, what was it, Cats? I think it's called, like the movie with
Cats the musical.
Yeah, you're sending photos of that saying there's Joe. You said bully me, yo. So yeah, we tried it on the PC, but it just sounded horrible. And then I just was like, all right, we're gonna try it on the mobile phone and see how it sounds. I sound like such a boomer. Mobile phone. We're gonna try it on the phone and see how it sounds, and apparently it sounds better.
Yeah.
Even ever since
sell off some hair gel or something from the 1920s.
Joe's Nokia brick.
Yeah. Buy this hair gel. It's high quality stuff. It's made out of 100% semen. Let me see right here. Right. But yeah, so I know. Where do you guys think we should begin? Do you guys think we should discuss the YouTube terms of service? We'll get into it. I'll read out the email.
I think we wrapped that up, honestly.
All right. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for watching 5 long months and ends here after 5 minutes. It would be typical fashion. Exactly. I know. So who wants to read out the terms of service change? I don't know if you guys have got the email up. I'm guessing neither of you do.
I actually didn't receive the email. So.
Yeah, I've not received it either.
I've got like multiple alt accounts and every single one has been emailed this. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I've got 4 accounts.
Let me read this out. It came yesterday at 8:38 p.m. for me in UK time on the 20th of March, or 20th of May, not 20th of March, 20th of May 2021. Anyway, it's titled, the subject is changes to YouTube's terms of service. It says, YouTube, you're receiving this email because we're updating the YouTube terms of service terms to clarify our terms and provide transparency to our users. The terms were similarly updated in the United States in November 2020. These changes shouldn't significantly affect your access to use of the YouTube service itself. A summary of the changes. Now, there's 3 key kind of main changes that we're going to talk about, but I would say mainly it's the second one that's most important, but let's go over the first one. Facial recognition restrictions. The terms of service already state that you cannot collect any information that might identify a person without their permission. While this has always included facial recognition information, the new terms make this explicitly clear. So I don't know about you guys, but I'd say this is mainly if you have people's faces in your videos. I'm guessing that's what that's regarding. We're going to have to be able to be more careful.
But what's the degree that that's going to work? Because people that do simple stuff like time lapses and that. What if someone sees that and can take it down purely because their face is in it?
It's a great question. I mean, legitimately, all it says is facial recognition restrictions.
Broad. I don't like that sort of thing.
Yeah, they're always quite, I guess, silent with what they're doing. But the next one is the main one here, right? So we're going to come back to those, but the next one is YouTube's right to monetize. YouTube has the right to monetize all content on the platform, and ads may appear on videos from channels not in the YouTube Partner Program. Now, for those of you who don't that aren't aware, obviously myself, Z, and Joseph, we all of us here, we know what the YouTube Partner Program is. But if you don't know, that's basically how you're that's how you earn money. You get invited to the Partner Program once you reach it. Now, what is it, guys? It's 1,000 subs.
It's 1,000 subs, 4,000 watch hours.
That's it, right? And once you reach that threshold of that's your watch time and also your sub count, then you get invited to the YouTube Partner Program, and that's how you get AdSense and earn money, right? But what YouTube are doing here in this update is they're bringing out this feature where they can basically monetize your hard work before you can even earn a single penny off of it. Now, we kind of obviously Z and Joseph and I, all of us here, we kind of discussed this very briefly a minute ago, right before this off camera.
Yeah, and I mean, yes.
You guys had your opinion on it. You guys were saying you aren't bothered with it, and I was like, well, I think we should be, because it's something that is a bit of a, in my opinion, really, it's not worth it. It's a shitty thing.
I'm very 50-50 on it.
I'm very I don't care, but not in a bad way. I genuinely don't think it's fine, but I'm down to go down the rabbit hole of maybe Joe, you give your opinion, then Z because he's 50-50, and then maybe I can say why I don't mind.
We're in an interesting situation here, which is kind of good for the podcast, because I'm 50-50, I care and I don't. Joe cares, and Curious just doesn't care.
I must say, I love the way you say curious. I don't know why you say it that way, but you always say it and I love it. It's great.
You say it in a romantic way, but continue.
I mean,
whoa,
a romantic
behind closed doors.
No, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Not safe for work. But yeah, so let me. I'll go with mine first, and you can go over yours, and we'll let Joseph go over his, and we can go on a kind of 3-way kind of I guess a way around this. Yeah. So the reason why I'm not cool with this, right? And some people listening might already not be cool with it, or might be cool with it, but this is why you shouldn't be cool with this, right? Let me paint this a different way. Joseph, you aren't monetized yet, if you don't mind me asking, are you? Or are you?
Okay, can I quickly tell a tiny story?
Go ahead. No, go. It's fine. Go ahead.
I lost a loved one. You see.
Oh shit.
His name was 3,600 watch hours. And essentially, I decided I wanted to reboot my channel because I was very unhappy with what I was producing. Because at the end of the day, I could produce any sort of Apex Legends or gaming tutorial or any video like that regarding information that would do well and get me to monetization. Though it became a chore and I didn't want to do it anymore, making me miserable, and I wanted to quit. So I thought, fuck it, I love doing what I do on YouTube, so I'm going to start doing stuff that I like, such as commentary, which does do well, but it's not as consistent because I need to work harder on it. So there's lesser videos, but they do well and they take longer. So I decided to unlist all my old videos because it wasn't what represented me anymore, and I think it would be stupid to have a false idealization of what I was. on the channel, and although I don't really care about monetization just yet, because I know it'll come eventually, and if I work hard enough, which I promise I will, because I want to get there, and I don't give up with this sort of shit, because that's just not in my blood. But it's slightly demoralizing to see when it said 3,600 watch hours out of 3,000 go down to 62.
Wow.
So yeah, no,
Oh.
it wasn't as like, it wasn't. I wanted monetization, and it doesn't really. It is just a number at the end of the day.
But it's still that
because
time
I've
that
worked
worked.
for it for so long. It's not like I lost anything. All the videos are still there and unlisted. It's just, it's weird seeing that number be so low when it used to be so high.
Yeah.
And I'm
sorry.
I'll get it back, but that's why I'm a little bit more on the I don't care at the moment type thing.
But if you don't, how much was it before you like unlisted it? Like how many watch hours did you have again? Sorry, just to get like the exact number.
3,632.
And what's it now?
Broke down. 62.
That is a big one.
It's a big fuck you, but I'm honestly, YouTube doing information and glitches and that was just a chore, and I hated it, and it was painstakingly awful to do. Which is like why I am bad at YouTube. I hate trends and I hate information, and I want to do things my own way, and I'm certain at one point I'll get my own way, and I will work hard, and I always do when it comes to my stuff, but I'm finding my own ground at the moment because I just don't want to do that type of content, and I think that's why I'm very like, I don't really care if YouTube wants to monetize off my stuff, because I mean, hey, at least they're watching it.
All right, I mean that's an interesting take on it. I know what Zia's saying. I think that's a very interesting take to have in it. I mean, I would think you'd be a little bit more bitter, like, but no, like that's not a bad thing. I would expect, like, if it was me, I'd be quite bitter. I'd be like, yo, like, you know, like, motherfucker, yo, like I worked so hard, you know.
I kind of think they shouldn't have taken away the watch hours, because the videos were public when I got the watch hours, which makes sense why they shouldn't have removed them. I'm not upset that they did. I was a little bit upset when it originally happened, because it was quite shocking. Because I remember unlisting all the videos, looking, and it still said I had all the watch hours, because it's but they were all on unlisted. I'm stuttering. But because YouTube takes a few days to update, I thought I still had the watch hours about 3 days after. I check a week later and it's just gone. So that did shock me a little bit. I'm not in any way bitter about it, like, because I feel like. Where I was in such a bad place mentally when it came to YouTube and stuff, and it became a chore and I hated it constantly, people around me were saying you've got to do it because you find it fun, and then it will turn into something bigger, which is what I've done, which led on to the commentary stuff, the Ghost Runner video, all that stuff.
Phenomenal video.
Really well. It looks amazing. It's just I'm trying to find a new ground, because I don't want it to be too easy. And I'm not saying making infinite information and guides and glitch videos is easy. It's really not, because you've got to be on top of it. But it's just not as fun. And I find it like, if I really wanted, I could have just kept doing like bot lobby videos, which would have got like 20, 50, 100k, and then I would have been there. And it's just really dull. I don't want to be a part of that, because I've been very deep into that type of community, especially the Apex glitch community, and it's just toxic, and I hated it. It was just.
Well, I remember at one point, like this is genuine. I remember at one point you were keeping on top of it, like you were being quite consistent. And I remember I was speaking privately, and you were like, "Yo, like it was stressful." Like you could tell that you were more tense about everything. Like it was causing a lot of stress, and I get that, man. Like I think Xeno is what I'm talking about as well. Like it's, you know, I've done obviously the Minecraft news stuff, right? And like, you know, that I got so burnt out from it. Like Minecraft news is cool and all, but there's a new beta every week. There's a new snapshot every week, which is for Java edition. You know, there's new bug fixes to cover. There's all that kind of stuff. Then there's occasionally hot fixes and updates.
When you upload your like vlog thing on your vlog channel, I really resonated with it. Like really, I don't want to say it just because you put it out. I felt that way anyway. Like for a long time, and I felt
that was from 2 months ago.
Burnout, yes.
Well, that's it. And it was, man. Like it was proper to the point where, you know, making content should always be fun. Like that's the thing with YouTube. Like back before it was monetizable, but back before you could earn any money off of it whatsoever, people made content to have fun, and that's why Vine was so good. Like I was an old Viner, like back in the day, obviously. And Vine was so fun because of that as well, because you didn't earn money from it, which was like, okay, it was a sin, because if you could, that would be awesome. Which there was ways, but it was only when you got really big. But it wasn't about money. It was about like fun, the passion, and like just having a fun time. And that's what YouTube should be as well. I think all of us know that, and that all of us agree with that. That's how YouTube should be.
I'm strictly putting my stuff into videos that I want to make, because not gonna toot my own horn, but like I feel like I've always had a bit of a magical thing when it comes to my channel where I'll upload something I want to make, and for some reason people enjoy it. Like, which I think is very rare. And I remember you said that a while ago, because I used to do edits like a while ago.
Yeah,
and, people would really enjoy that, and they would do better than most things. And that's the case of it again. It's like that Ghost Runner video is nearly on 700 views, and fucking the one I did with you is nearly on 300, which is a lot better than the old glitches and stuff. Yeah, some of the glitch videos would get like 10 or so K, but there would be a lot of them wouldn't breach 50 views or like 100. But now I'm consistently hitting 200, 300, 600, which I think is a lot nicer, especially
it's an improvement
on passion projects.
Yeah, well, that's it. They are an improvement. And this is where I was going to with mine. That's why I was asking you, like, you know, are you monetizing or not? Because my main kind of point is here, and this is what I'm trying to get to, my kind of point of view with this, right? You're saying you don't care, and that's entirely fine. And, you know, Z's saying he's kind of 50-50, which I respect as well. But the reason why I'm so against it is because if I came up to you, Joseph, right, and like it's someone who you didn't know, total stranger, and I go, right, well, you're working this hard. Yeah, listen, this is no rubbish. You know this, I know this, he knows this. Your content is top tier. You work very hard on that. Like your recent 2K special coming out tomorrow, right? How long have you spent working on that now? Like that's going to be a good hot bit. Like
special. I actually looked at the file yesterday. I spent in the editing software alone, so this wasn't recording it or anything. The editing software alone of just me putting it together took 56 hours.
That's what I'm saying, and that's the thing, right? And Z, you edit videos all the time, and you have some high quality stuff because Z, obviously, you've got the equipment. Z, I know this for a fact. You spend a lot of time. I mean, you can say it yourself. You spend a lot of time working on videos, and you put a lot of effort into it. Now, here's what I'm kind of trying to bring to both of you guys and kind of put in your perspective, right? So you spend 56 hours or 60 hours, let's say. Let's even run it into 50. Let's make it a little bit more easier, right? 50 hours working on a video. You put your heart and soul into that. You've worked your ass off. You made this amazing bit of content that you're proud of and that you've really put all of you into. And then I come along as someone you don't know and go, right, I'm going to earn money off of that. Your hard work, I'm earning money off of your hard work. You can't earn a penny because we set the rules. You're putting on our platform. Like originally YouTube, you could earn money off of any video, like right away. Immediately you can monetize and boom, that was it. You can earn money. That's what I done when I first started my channel. Right, and then if you don't know the way, the actual reason why YouTube changed that and removed that was because there was videos of like, you know, terrorist extremists, like groups and whatnot getting uploaded to YouTube, and they're being monetized, and obviously, as I'm sure you can imagine, like that's very bad. So what happened was YouTube got they got in a lot of trouble, right? YouTube was like, right, well, listen, we're placing ads on these kind of terrorist videos and all this kind of stuff, and this is causing issues. So a lot of their, like, you know, advertisements and advertisers, they left their, like, you know, they like YouTube, they walked away from YouTube, so YouTube lost money. So YouTube implemented this new rule set where it was you have to again meet the threshold of 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers. Now that all of us, we might not like that, but that makes sense, right? We can all agree with that, doesn't it? Again, that makes sense. So you have to reach a threshold, and that's for safety. So like no videos like these videos that were getting uploaded before are getting uploaded, and it keeps advertising, like the advertisers, you know, safe and, you know, sound and everything good, and it keeps our ecosystem of YouTube good, right? But then here's the thing, that is the case, but now YouTube have made this new terms of service thing where they're saying that they have the right to monetize all content on the platform. That is the words that they use. YouTube has the right to monetize all content on the platform, and ads may appear in videos from channels not in the YouTube Partner Program. So why the fuck is it that you still have to reach this threshold when they're already adding ads to all these videos now? It doesn't matter if you're monetized or not. Like, they're still going to add ads to it. And again, the reason why I take so much offense to it isn't really that. That's one thing, but it's mainly the factor that if I sure as hell know if I work for 50 or 60 hours on a video or a podcast or whatever it may be, I want to be earning money from that. But if I can, okay. But I don't want someone else to be earning money off of that. I know it might sound selfish, but that just makes sense.
I agree with the statement, but I also disagree. Because what I mean is, yes, I wouldn't want someone else to make money off it. But
off your hard work.
Someone else. This is a corporation. It is the organization. That's what doesn't make it so bad for me, because they're in their right, legally allowed to do what they want with my content. I'm not sure if you ever had that argument a while ago where it was like one day, example, Twitter could just get up and leak everyone's stuff, like because they own the information, like it's on their site. Like, yeah, it's scummy, maybe not morale, but it's not illegal.
Morally, it's not correct, but it's not legally speaking, it's not incorrect. That's the thing.
Another thing I was about to say as well is, like, you know, if I'm not making money off it, sure, and it's going to the organization that helps me, or helps the organization run the platform that I use, it technically is a benefit. But if I'm making money off it and they're taking extra money, that is, you know how they take a bit of your revenue anyway.
Yeah, they take 50% and or 45% of base revenue.
Then yes, it might be annoying, but other than the revenue that they take normally, I'm fine with. But
that's it. That's the tongue in cheek of it though. Like me and Z, you know, we spoke about this a little bit ago. And Z, I don't know if you recall. Remember, we were gonna make a video together about this, like about the monetization stuff on YouTube and how, like, the revenue sharing, like how far it goes.
I remember that.
Yeah, because right, if you don't know everybody, right, for anybody, if you're a member to my channel or Joseph's or, you know, Z's, for example, or anything like that, right, or you super chat one of us in our streams, YouTube, like, just immediately, without any sort of, like, you know, without anything else, they immediately take 35% of that. So if Z has, you know, let's say 100 members, right? Technically speaking, if it's like 99 pence or $1 a month, say, to be a member, he's earning $100. But YouTube are taking, just because it's on their platform, $35 from him right away. Okay, that kind of fucking sucks, but okay, whatever, you know, like, all right. And then if YouTube if Z gets a $100 donation, they take 35% of that, so it's $35 to them just for being on their platform. Okay, right, okay, fair enough. If you are in the YouTube partner program, right, they do tell you immediately before you join that YouTube gives you basically 50% of what the ads are worth, right? So for instance, let's say you earn, you know, let's say for example, $10,000 a month from YouTube, let's say, like a very big number, but $10,000 a month from YouTube. Technically speaking, you would be earning $20,000 you'd be earning per month. But YouTube has taken, say, 45% of that. Obviously, I'm doing the 50%, but you know what I mean? They take 45% of that. So YouTube, that's what they're getting. They're getting that other 9,500, whatever it is. They're getting like the other 9K to themselves just for being on the platform. And yet they're getting all these extras from all their content creators that are doing inevitably the hard work, right? And then you're now getting this from YouTube. And this is what I hate so much about it, is it's the kind of tongue-in-cheek of it. Now that they're getting all that money, but now they're also wanting to take money from content creators that can't even earn money themselves. They're not like, all right, listen, I would understand to a small degree if YouTube went, hey, listen, right, we're going to take away the restrictions so everybody can earn money again. But here's the thing. What we're going to do is if we demonetize somebody's, like, you know, video, we're going to make sure that we can still earn money on it. Okay, fair enough. Like, that makes sense. That's fine. But they aren't doing that. They're taking away everybody's, like, ability to earn money and keeping that restriction still there until you earn that or reach that certain threshold. But they're also making it that they can earn money off your content, your hard work. And I know plenty of content creators that might have, like, currently right now, they might be on the road to that kind of threshold of 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours, that have made dozens of videos and spent maybe even more than a year making content. And now that now after all that work, all the money that could be earned from all that content that, like, is currently going to start getting earned from ads or whatever is going to be getting given right to YouTube. When YouTube has really done nothing for them, let's be honest. Because, like, listen, when it comes down to it, YouTube does give us a platform to upload our content, but YouTube are also incredibly scummy, and they also take a massive percentage of our revenue when it comes down to it, at the base level, right? But again, aside from that, what do they do for us? Like, aside from giving us a platform to upload, now, I'm not trying to sound selfish, but it's the fact that, like, YouTube will falsely get your videos copyright striked or taken down or anything like that. If your channel gets terminated, if anything like that happens, they don't care.
If we were to balance it out, I feel like what they could have done, and I think this would have been a really good idea, if they're gonna monetize off more for themselves, they could make it so more creators could monetize. So maybe if they brought it back from 4,000 hours to 2,000 hours like it used to, that would be a good exactly. And I think that would be smart. That's like yeah, but if they done that, right, if they made that kind of thing where they went, all right, well, listen, we're gonna make it so that, you know, if videos that don't have, like, they can't earn money, we're gonna make it so that they can earn money, but it's for us. Okay, I mean, it makes sense as opposed to the money going nowhere or the videos just sitting around gaining dust. Do you know what I mean? Like, it makes sense, right? Okay, fair enough, right? Okay, I don't mind. But then if they went, all right, but for that, we're gonna make a little thing for you guys. We're gonna shorten off the threshold and lower it from maybe 4,000 to 2,000 or 1,000 or whatever. We're gonna make it a little bit lower. Like, we're gonna bring the bar down a little bit lower, so more content creators can then join the partner program, and then obviously earn money for themselves, and we won't earn money from them. And that's a lovely thing to do. I think that would make a lot more sense, because you're kind of negotiating with the community, but in a good way. You know what I mean? As opposed to just, hey, we're taking that. Like, that's it. Like, that's ours. That's come with us. You know, all that hard work that you've done, we're taking the money that you are going to earn from that. You know what I mean? Before you can. And it's like, damn. But I don't know, that's the second thing. So we're going to go into the third thing real quick. And obviously, Z, of course, I'm going to let you jump in on the second. In fact, Z, do you want to jump on the second thing now? And I'll let Joseph jump to it.
Yeah, so I'm going to completely change my opinion on this. when Curious was talking about it, I kind of changed my decision or my mind before you started talking about it. But it's kind of the whole thing of like, it's what you said about YouTube takes whatever we get, like ad revenue, they take it. Sponsorships, they take it. Memberships, they take it, etc, etc. So I really don't like what they're doing, like monetizing creators that can't make money themselves. But at the same time, I'm hoping by them doing this, they'll stop taking things off the bigger creators. Because, you know, like me and you, for example, we can upload every single day and we could get 100,000 views a month. But then YouTube takes like a solid portion of that. So I'm hoping by them implementing this feature, because it's that whole thing of like, if you're not getting it, then you're not going to really miss it.
No, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, Curious doesn't get monetized, but YouTube starts taking money from what he makes. Yeah, that sucks. But then when he does get monetized, hopefully he'll earn more money because YouTube's going to stop taking bigger portions of the creators that are already pre-monetized, if that makes sense.
I think I get what you're going with this. Do you mean as in like that 45% split? They would kind of, you want them to change that kind of like base revenue.
Yeah.
Like so you're saying like, okay, this makes sense, and it's kind of like what Joseph said. You're kind of wanting more of like a negotiation. So you're not bothered about them doing this.
If YouTube isn't doing this to be money hungry, like if they're not coming into this being like, we want more money, this and that, then cool. Just make a subtract for a reason why. Like say, okay, so we're gonna monetize people and we're gonna take 100% of the revenue, but then if you're already monetized, we'll give you a bigger portion or something. We'll allow you to keep full memberships, or you know, just make it fair.
Yeah, that would be good. That's what I'm saying. I think anybody would agree with that. That's like, and it's like what Joe's saying, like what you're saying as well. I've got no issue with that myself. I think them like negotiating with the community or kind of like trading with us, going, listen, we'll take away, say, or even like you said, the 45% of base revenue that they take from the advertisements on videos, like you lower that up to 35, or the memberships or the donations, they could change that from 35 to 30, or from 30 to 25. You know, like they could try and come and go a little bit and make it a little bit more easier for us to earn a little bit extra money. It might not be a lot, but a little bit extra. I think that's a great thing. I think that's a phenomenal thing. But I mean, it's one of those things whether they do or don't. Yeah, currently it looks like they don't really care to do that, but you never know, obviously. That's kind of the thing. I mean, Joseph, what were you going to say though on it? Did you have anything else to add to it?
I was going to quickly say as well, it's like, the thing is, right, if I'm not making any money, or for example, any creator that isn't monetized, they're getting their stuff monetized for the company. The only difference is the company's making more money, so they can make more improvements, or I don't know. Go
hopefully,
some shit, hopefully. And then, you know, when you do get monetized, then you're the one making the money, and they're making less money. So I mean, there is really no downfall in my mind, because you're only ever, because I'm only ever going to be earning money or not earning money. You know, it's not going to take money away from me.
No, I agree. I think it's. Sorry.
Have you realized every like 3 or 4 months something else comes up that makes YouTube take something from us?
So, I don't. Well, no, not really.
Well, at first, like, it was the memberships, and then it was the stickers, and then like everything YouTube does always seems to take something off us in the long run. So what's to say like next year they don't add something that's like, oh yeah, we're taking 80%.
Well, that's it. They're getting rid of the dislike button. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, they're getting rid of that apparently because negative feedback. They got rid of the original sub count thing, all that. Well, that's it. Yo, they got rid of the initial sub count.
If someone hates something, you should be able to express that and get it downvoted, because
to tell others,
if it's negative, because otherwise you're technically silencing people, and then you're making them result to hate speech in the comments rather than clicking the dislike button, which is what it's there for. And number two, they should have evolved and elaborated on the dislike button. Disliking something, a comment, does fuck all.
It does, yeah. It does nothing.
It doesn't even come up as a counter on a comment. It just disappears.
I don't know if you guys know this, but YouTube used to have a star system, like back in the day. Yeah, they used to have like a star system.
Development, but, you know,
yeah, well, that's but they had like an actual star system where you could like 1 to 5, and I think that was kind of a cool system because it made a little bit more sense, because then you could be like, right, if you say like with the with like and dislike, it's such a there's no middle ground. Do you know what I mean? Like you could either you either like some. Well, how?
You know, like when it says like, would you recommend this video? Like I know it's not the same.
That's
technically that.
Yeah, I get what you mean. But like and dislike, you know what I mean with like, right? If you watch a video about, but no, like if you watch a video about, like, let's say for example, I'm trying to give you an example here, right? Like somebody passed away, right? Like somebody, like it's on the news, somebody passed away. You either like that and you're saying, hey, this is great, or you either dislike that and say, oh, I hate this. Like there's no like middle ground. I know that's a terrible example, but like, you know what I mean? Like there's no middle thing where it's like, yeah, I'm in the middle, like whatever. Like this has been okay.
I am rather okay with this situation.
Yeah, like I'm okay with this video. I think this video was okay. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't downvoted, but it was upvoted.
Nor did I really enjoy myself.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine if they introduced something crazy like that.
It's just the thumb sideways.
Yeah, just that would actually be kind of interesting. Low key, imagine though. Like, yeah, like you got the downvote, obviously, like thumb down, which is dislike, and then you've got like, and then you've got like just
But then you've got the problem of people wanting to click it because it's something different.
No, that'd be, honestly, that's the truth. Everybody would. It'd be cool if we changed the colors. Like red was like for the downvote, and like blue was for the upvote, and then orange was like the middle, or green. I know. Matt,
yeah. Fuck you, button. It's a middle finger.
Yeah, just get out of here. Like, oh man, right. So this is the third thing. I want to cover the third thing, right? So this is the third and final thing. The email, right? The third and final change. Royalty payments and tax withholding. For creators entitled to revenue payments, such payments will be treated as royalties from a US tax perspective, and Google will withhold taxes where required by law. Now, I don't fully know exactly what that means. I'm guessing this has got something to do with the actual change of YouTube terms of service when it comes down to taxes. If you don't know, YouTube's tax system is changing in the United States. So like, for instance, if you're in the UK, like myself and Z and other content creators and whatnot that are in the partner program, we have to submit a tax form and kind of acknowledge that, like, hey, like this is how much, you know, like we're earning. And if we don't get any trouble, but our taxes from the US get changed from, I think the base level is like 25%, which is like basically any and all like things you earn from the United States, money wise, monetization, from super chats, from donations, memberships, you know, viewership, which is like advertisements, and any of that comes from the United States, you will basically, in a nutshell, get like, you know, 25% of that taken off. So that's a big chunk, like it really is. As opposed to the traditional, like, I think like the base level, if you do it, can be like 15%, or it can change. So we're kind of getting screwed that way. That's coming, I believe, June 1st. So that's not exactly good, is it? But yeah, that's one of the things. But that's the entire email when it comes down to. I don't know how you guys haven't got it. I've got it.
The forgotten podcast today. We're talking about taxes.
Yeah, tax man. All right. Yeah.
Opinions on taxation.
What? Sorry.
Whoa.
My man's going on. Yo, like, we don't condone this, ladies and gentlemen. Like, we don't at all. See, I've had this email like 4 times, like no joke. I've had it like legit like twice in my inbox here, and I've got another time in my other like.
I've not had it once, and I've checked all my emails. I've
even got 3 accounts,
and it's not there.
That's odd, man. I've had like every single alt account or spare that I have that I don't even use. I've had it for those. Like, I don't. It's unbelievable. What? Sorry.
We're gonna get the email as soon as we're finished.
Yeah, honestly, as soon as we finish this episode, we're gonna get the email popping up.
It just says I've been listening, and it's from Susan.
Susan, I've been listening. You're getting screwed.
Because you've just provided the podcast, I'm gonna demonetize your shit to the end of time, bro.
Oh my god! Imagine, like, honestly, Jesus Christ. But yeah, I know it's one of those things. Honestly, I said it freaking sucks, man. Like, it really does that YouTube are doing everything. I said the actual immediate action thing. This is what I was talking about a minute ago there. This is immediate action needed. Submit your tax info by May 31st, 2020. We've completed your tax form. You haven't completed your tax form for an AdSense. This is like all this stuff here. Basically, it says you could to avoid having up to 24% of your total earnings worldwide deducted. Please submit your tax information. Yeah, that's the thing, and that's what it says. That's what every YouTuber got. It's unreal. So it's actually unbelievable. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's honestly phenomenal. Like how much like YouTube content creators are getting screwed. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't see a future for YouTube. Like, although I love this platform, I feel like the future for YouTube is starting to kind of diminish. Like, it's starting to fall down a little bit for content creators. Like, it's gonna get to a point.
I would probably say it's gonna have its ups and downs, like it usually does. Like, oh my god, this platform plunges into shit and then just acts like nothing happened and then repeat. So
yeah. What? Sorry, Z. Sorry, man.
I just believe they have to start listening to us more before they do ruin it.
100%. Yeah,
because
I agree.
You know, completely off subject, but they're now trying to go more towards shorter content than your normal videos, and that's not what advertisers really want.
That's it. I mean, YouTube Shorts are taking over the platform. That's like another subject to bring up. I mean, YouTube Shorts. I mean,
YouTube Shorts, but I don't think they should be as prominent as they are, because
nah.
I have never, and I'm being very genuine here, I've never looked for YouTube Shorts.
I said that you don't have to, man. They're everywhere. They're in your face every minute of the freaking day. Like, I listen. I love YouTube Shorts. I've been doing them quite a bit. I know Z has, and Joseph, I know you've done a couple yourself. But I mean, Z, you talked about it. Like, what was the statistics? Something like, you said that in a few months there'll be more YouTube Shorts uploaded than actual videos per month.
Oh yeah, and I think towards the end of the year there'll be more YouTube Shorts on YouTube than actual, not like actual videos, but there'll be more video. Let me explain like this. There'll be more, I think, like triple the amount of YouTube Shorts than YouTube videos posted in 2021.
It's also converting old videos that are under a minute, and
that's the thing. Yeah.
And on top of that, because they're getting converted to shorts, they're also being pushed up in the algorithm. So the thing that's really fucky is if you have an old video that you worked very hard on, but it's not under a minute, your old video that's like really good that you worked ages on will probably be absolutely buried by other people's old videos that they didn't give a shit about, which is under a minute long, them fucking out on their phone or something, will be pushed above you simply because of the short system.
Hey, do you want to hear something crazy?
You're not wrong.
Like,
go ahead.
There's a Twitch streamer that I watch, and he's been on Twitch for like 2 years now. He has about 100,000 followers, but on YouTube, in a week, he's on 700,000 subscribers, because what he does, like, he will live stream for 12 hours and then just take like 50 shorts and upload them every single hour, every single day, and his channel blows up. And it's
that's phenomenal.
Have you seen those YouTube shorts where they're just so clickbait, or they're just so like they're inappropriate, they shouldn't be on YouTube, but they're getting on millions of views? That's what I don't like about the short system. People are just doing half-hearted content and getting popular, when there's people like us that have grinded for it.
Well, that's it. And like you said, and this is the truth of it, like, we all know this, like anything, whenever everybody starts jumping on it, it becomes way too oversaturated, and it becomes like there's an inability to be able to grow off of it. Like, at first, I mean, YouTube Shorts, when that first came out, I give credit to one of my good friends at Blue Room. He was the early bird. I mean, like, early bird catches a worm, and he caught the worm. Blue was making content on YouTube Shorts right at the very beginning. My dude gained 20k subs in like a month. Like 20k easy, millions of views I was like, dude, this guy has built himself I've never seen this sort of growth, like, except from when my friend Cairo or Trey, when he grew. Like, it's phenomenal growth. It was honestly exponential. It was unreal. And that's how it is. It helps you grow phenomenally. But like, again, it's one of those things, the more people that are doing it, the less you're going to be able to actually get into the actual platform or the actual program. Like, I've noticed that from being able to get maybe a couple thousand views per short easy, now you're able to get maybe a couple hundred, and that's going to go down to in the tens. That's going to keep going
like
down.
What I said to you though, like, when me and you spoke about it at the start, I said, like, we've got to get on this quick. Even though I'm not like the biggest fan of it, it's one of those things where it's like you've got to join them, otherwise you get left behind. Like, I don't really like shorts because you get thousands of views and subs, but the subs never come back to average views.
They're quick.
But then I kind of sat there, I was like, the opportunity's here, I'm going to take it. Altogether, with about 13 shorts, I've made around 270,000 views, and I was getting like 100,000, 10,000 views per short. Now I'm getting about 1,000. The longer you leave it, the more it's going to die. At the end of the day, it's an algorithm.
Well, that's it, exactly. I mean, this is what I was going to mention, actually. I mean, funny enough, and like what I think Joseph, you alone mentioned, the older shorts, like the ones from the past are now getting resurrected with us. Like older videos that were like short. Well, basically, funny enough, right? I don't know, obviously, I'm sure Joseph knows, of course, and Z, I don't know if you saw the last episode of TFP, but in the last episode of TFP, episode 15, it came out on December 9th, 2020, that was like the final episode, basically, before we went on a bit of a hiatus. That episode had, we had a guest star on it, I'm sure, Joseph, you remember, we had a guest star on a Gallium VR, right? Now, Gallium was at a couple thousand subs, right? When he first started, like when he came on the podcast. But he had been growing phenomenally when he came on the show. But the reason why he was growing phenomenal, right? If you go on his channel, was because one of his videos from 2 years ago, right, called Rip XX Temptation, right, like the rapper, that has now got it's 46 seconds long. The video's from 2 years ago, and that video has now gained him 1.2 million views from YouTube Shorts. Yeah, 1.2 million views. Phenomenal.
I'm not sure if you noticed, but my system died for about a minute.
I did.
Yeah.
I
fixed it.
Oh, glad to be back. I'm glad to be back. But like, we're just talking about Gallium, and we're just talking about the shorts kind of stuff, and how, like, the more people do it, the less we're going to be able to actually grow from it. You know what I mean? Because it's going to become oversaturated, of course. But Gallium, as I was saying, an example there, last guest in the podcast. Gallium is at 21.2k subscribers right now, right? He's got, I believe, view-wise in his channel, he's almost got 2 million views. He's got 1.75 million. He's got 1,754,200 views, right? And genuinely, 1.2 million views from his channel came from that YouTube short that he didn't make as a short. He made the video 2 years ago, before YouTube Shorts were even thought about, and that's just it. An older video, it started blowing up and started growing, and it's not even got shorts in the title. It's just called Rip XX Temptation, and the video is blown up, and it's still gaining viewers to this day. Again, 1.2 million, phenomenal numbers. It's unreal. It really is. It's really just insane to see that kind of thing.
Spontaneous the YouTube algorithm is.
That's it, and how fast they can change things. Like, I hope YouTube keep doing stuff like this. So, like, shorts has been such an awesome thing for everybody. It's allowed so many content creators to grow, and I'd love to keep seeing them do more of this. You know what I mean? Like, keep adding different things that allow creators to grow.
Which was slightly longer, so like videos under 5 minutes. Like,
yeah, yo,
thing. Like I don't know what to call them, like binges, but like
binge. Oh my god, no,
like under 5 minutes. I just thought that would be really cool as well, because then you can categorize content, and then like even if I did it for like over an hour stuff, because it was like, oh, if you want to watch something long, you could categorize that. And people that work on videos that are that long deserve recognition, and they're just not shown because of their length
at all. Yeah, that's it. They're just kind of kicked in the teeth and just kind of left in the dirt, which really does suck. But it would be lovely if YouTube had a more calculated algorithm that, like, what they done was every so often, like every couple of months, it kind of like they rescarred and kind of repopularized older content from maybe like 5 years ago or 3 years ago, like 2015, 2013, 2016, like they kind of jumped about and kind of like any content made in that time zone that's this long or whatever, they started putting up the algorithm, like they kind of reposting it kind of thing. That'd be awesome, because it allowed so many channels to keep they'd all be able to get a good kind of breath of fresh air and keep growing. You know what I mean? Which a lot of channels I feel like need. You could definitely use. It's a beautiful thing for a lot of channels when it comes down to overall. But yeah, I mean, I think it was nice to talk about this, because I really did want to speak about this obviously as a subject. I know all of us did. It's something that, and inherently this is going to affect everybody. Like, whether we like it or don't like it, this is coming. It's going to affect all of us by June 1st. And I don't know. I don't think it's going to be the worst thing to ever happen by any means. I've never said that, but I think it's just something that does kind of suck.
Copa vibes, bro, but like not as bad. Like,
well, that's it. We've had Copa, we've had everything. Yeah, well, that's it. Copa was a big thing, and then we've got this.
Copa. What was the other thing? There was another one. There was what was it? I think it was just a Europe thing. It was the fucking rule that we're going to
Article 13. Article 13. Yeah. Article 13. That was it. That was all the big things done on YouTube to change it, and then But what
I have one final question, or one kind of final thing to bring up. So, I do a lot of Twitch stuff. I'm not a Twitch, I am a Twitch streamer, but I'm mainly a YouTuber. But what I mean is, I spend a lot of time looking at analytics and stuff, YouTube and Twitch. Now, Twitch implemented a feature to add mid-rolls, and there was about an 8% decrease in viewership on Twitch. Now, here's my worry. If YouTube starts shoving adverts down more and more people's throat, for example, you watch a small creator, there's no adverts, easy to watch. But now you go and watch a small creator, it's like advert. I feel like people are going to go somewhere else to watch their content.
Get away from that.
Yeah.
Because they're blocking ad
blockers.
Lose
potential viewers.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good point. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, that's a really kind of great kind of point to have in it. I actually recently started up a new channel, Catman Clips, and it's Twitch clips of mine uploaded to YouTube, and I really like it. It's just all different kind of like Twitch clips that I've made, and I just or the others I made, I'm taking and re-uploading to YouTube, and it's really cool. It's really nice. But the thing is, what I like about them the most is I've got a playlist for them, and only like say 30, 40 seconds each. But it's one of those things. That's what I love about being a content creator without monetization. You can watch your videos with ease, one after another. Like there's no advertisements, if that makes sense. But with this, like you said, I mean, people might watch that and go, "This is boring. I don't want to see this." Like advertisements every other minute. Like you're watching a 30-second video, then an advert that's like a minute long, or you can't skip it. Oh my God, let's stop watching. It might drive people away, which is not obviously something that we want inherently. So I know. I just hope that YouTube kind of gets themselves together and just kind of sees that they need to be a little bit more, I guess, caring to the content creators on their platform. Everybody knows this, but YouTube really don't seem to care. It's like they know that there's nowhere else that we can go, so we have to stay here. It's kind of like a bit of a hostage situation. Kind of sucks.
Yeah, I don't think YouTube realizes they can't make everyone happy. Like, I just feel like they're trying to do something for everyone, when in reality they should just focus on the most popular demographic or the most popular thing for them.
Yeah, for making the platform better.
Twitch has got TOS, we've got YouTube who doesn't care, and we've got TikTok that's got censorship. So I mean, take your pick, really. Pick your point.
That's really it. I mean, either one, you're gonna have some defaults within some things that you can enjoy. If you're
I'm not gonna make this a tangent, but like I've been on TikTok every now and then because it's just funny to see what's going on. But like, oh my God, the censorship is actually awful. Like people are like blurring the word "kill" and like "dead body." Like what
it's weird, man, that you say that, because I saw a TikTok and it legitimately almost made me be sick, right? There's this TikToker, I don't know his name, but I saw it and it actually put me off using the app entirely, right? This guy who's a plastic surgeon, right? He's a plastic surgeon to surgery stuff, and I don't even want to tell you, because it's sickening, right? If you're a bit squeamish, please don't listen to this part. Put the mic down for a minute. This guy on TikTok with videos, not a word of lie, we could find it after the recording here. He was ripping off the people's skin and pulling out the fat pus, real life, like genuine stuff, pulling out the pus from inside of them. And I'm like, oh, dude, stop! Like, I'm not squeamish, but like, god darn, I was like, oh, that's freaking horrible. Why is this on your platform?
Link me that shit. I'm gonna send that to my group.
Oh, but dude, he like ripping the skin up, and then like, and the people are alive. They're just like put to sleep, and he's pulling the fat out and all the like yellowish pus. I'm like, oh, stop, man. Oh, like get out of here. Like, why would you have this on the platform?
Does it have like
what? Sorry. People, dozens of views, and people are like, "Is this real?" Like, holy shit! Like,
get that? Like, they'll be like, "Oh, we're gonna." They've got a really big thing against like airsoft guns as well. Like, they're like, "Oh, no guns and no knives in our TikToks," but they allow that shit.
That's
honestly, it comes underneath educational content. That's what it is.
But it's horrible. It's so damn horrible. It's honestly disgusting. If again, we'll link it to you. I'll give you guys it after we finish recording, but I'll have to find it. But again, it was a while ago I saw it. But honestly, the most honestly undescribably sickening stuff. If you watch it, you go, why is this here? Like the first question that comes to your mind is, this isn't even funny. It's not really even educational. It's just disgusting. It's a plastic surgeon just cutting people open and just taking the fat out or whatever it is, man. It's horrible. It's just disturbing. Like to see, I was like, it was the first time I've ever genuinely publicly said, this should not be on the platform. Like this should not be somewhere. Like this is the kind of stuff that I wouldn't want kids seeing. This will give them fucking nightmares.
There is one scenario that I think is arguably worse that I've seen on TikTok, but now that you've brought this up, I kind of feel like it's not I feel like I know what you're gonna say. What are you gonna say?
Pedo.
No. I thought you were gonna say. Remember when I saw on Twitter? There was like a guy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That was on like one of our accounts. Not that we made it. I'm just saying it was on our feed.
Yeah, it's on our thing.
On TikTok, there was this was on YouTube a while ago, but like someone re-uploaded the videos. Do you remember the girl who would like get on high heels and like step on animals and kill them with her high heels?
No, I never. No.
Yeah, they were re-uploading those videos to TikTok, and like she'd she'd get like snails and shit, crush the shells and shit with the heel and kill it.
Oh my god!
And then it would like evolve onto like weasels and shit.
Oh,
it's just fucking horrible.
And it's a type of content like
12k fucking likes.
Yeah, man.
It got taken down.
Yeah, and this is it.
Like the content in the first place, you sick cunts. And also,
yeah, exactly.
Why didn't it get taken down? They're too busy worrying about the guy that said smelly over there, you know? It's like, what the fuck?
It's just terrible. I mean, it's like, listen, I'm not a squeamish person. And when it comes to that, I'm a bit of an edgier person. I like Leafy is here and content creators like that. I like my edgy humor, right? Even dark humor as well, a little bit sometimes, right?
I'm not for animal abuse.
There you go. But it's listen, there's a limit. Like when that kind of ripping fat out people or pus and cutting them open and surgically. I don't want to see that, man. Or crushing poor animals. Like, why is that there? That's not something that's that's something to go somewhere else. Like, that's just disturbing, sickening. That's shit I don't want to see. Yeah, like, that's just weird, man. Like, get it off the platform. Like, that will turn me away from using your platform entirely.
Your Craigslist, your OnlyFans, your fucking dark shit. Get it
just
out of
get
here.
dark web. That's where it should be, man. The dark web, and it should stay there, man. Pandora's box.
Period. But if
it shouldn't. Yeah, put it somewhere like we can't see it. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to see it. But man, it's horrible. It's horrible, man. I know. I just never want to see that kind of stuff again on TikTok. Trust me, I felt squeamish for a week. I'm telling you, man. It was horrible. Honestly, it was unreal. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I think we'll end the podcast there. What do you guys think? I think we'll wrap it up there. We've been going for 50 minutes now, so it's almost on the hour mark, and we've had a phenomenal episode. Honestly, I got to say once again, though, welcome back. Well, not welcome back, but welcome back to you guys. Obviously, it's been 5 months since we've again been recording episodes, and I feel like I'm speaking on everybody's behalf here. It's yeah, exactly. A lot more months from Z, but it feels lovely to be back and making episodes. And big thank you and big welcome to my man Z Bruce, of course, or Travis. Z is honestly, dude, awesome to have you on the podcast, man, being a host with us. Z is a little bit more quiet this episode. I'm sure it's because this is his first one here, but I'm sure in due time Z will be just as much as a speaker as all of us.
Oh,
so
yeah,
Z, man, it's awesome to have you. Yeah, man, it's brilliant, dude. And I can't wait for have all of us, because it's us three currently, but imagine when we get Brad in here. You know what I'm saying? Us three, we're on the UK. Yes, yeah, we get Brad in here, we can start trashing him for all his American things and just take him down. Just take him down. It'll be fantastic.
USA, bro. Like, USA sucks. I'm from Uck.
There you go. It's Uck, of course. Uck. USA, Uck. UK, Uck.
Uck, bro.
Oh, I love the names. But, oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait for future episodes. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all glad to have us back. We do genuinely plan on it. I'm going to say this right here probably so we have to kind of buy by our words. But listen, we do want to come back full force with like episodes every week. We're just trying to work things out because to do this episode, it wasn't hard for us all to arrange this, but it's one of those things where we want to make sure that we're all comfortable doing this, that we're all able to record it in good quality. Like I know, for instance, my microphone hasn't been the best for this episode, but for example, we want to just make sure we can record it in good quality, and that's kind of one of our main major goals, and make sure we have good episodes to record. So yeah. I'm going to let the guys sign out. One of you two can sign out and end the podcast. But listen, I want to say on my behalf, thank you all so much for watching TFP episode 16. Obviously featuring the new co-host, of course, Z Bruce himself. Go check out his channel. It will be linked down below and in the featured channels. And Joseph or Z, you guys can say your bit and then sign off.
Okay. You guys may be thinking, Joe's jumped in here. I jumped in here to say, fuck you, Z. I would like you to prove yourself and exit this podcast.
Oh, you want me to de-exit? Okay, then. If you guys enjoyed the podcast, make sure to subscribe. Do not English. Do not subscribe to Curious Hippo. And subscribe to Cataman Joe. Subscribe to I. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we shall see you guys in the next one.
Episode 17. Coming in 5 months. Stay tuned.
Oh my god.
Coming in 5 months.
Just see you
there. Yeah. End it there. That's